Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Game on Naija, and it's your boy Emeka Darlington. With me as usual is...
My name is Kofrola Akinbote.
So straight we're going to the weekend games for major leagues around the globe, and we're starting with England. First match we're looking at this weekend is a derby, a London derby between Arsenal and Chelsea. So Kofor, what do you think? 10 seconds.
Okay, if you ask me, that match is always a dicey match. When Mourinho was there, Chelsea, Arsenal and our wife now, normally, right from time. Now we have Sarri as coach in Chelsea, and for Arsenal, we now have Unai Emery, former PSG coach. My take is go over 2.5 or over 8.5 corners.
Okay, so you don't hear him. I say go or over 2.5 or over 8.5 corners. Yes. And I think I'm with him on that because the match will go easy. It go tough. So second match we'll be looking at is Liverpool versus Crystal Palace.
Liverpool Crystal Palace. Liverpool is playing like a team on fire right now, and Liverpool they don't have a chance to sleep up. The moment they lose a match, Man City is going to take over. So Liverpool don't want to lose the league. They are going to keep on winning. Mane said that they don't have players that are going to choke this season. So watch out for Liverpool. Liverpool is going to keep on winning.
So what do you think?
Straight win. Liverpool straight win.
Liverpool straight win against Crystal Palace. I'm also going for the same.
Crystal Palace is quite stubborn though, but Liverpool straight win.
Then if you want to be a risk taker, Liverpool straight win and over 1.5. So the next match we'll be looking at is Manchester United versus Brighton.
Manchester United versus Brighton. Brighton have a shaky defense. They have the likes of Leon Balogun, Lewis Dunk, and a couple of others. But that's not the issue. The issue is Solskjaer, the new Man U coach, is the first coach in history to win his first 6 games in all competitions. And trust me, this is going to make it 7. He's making history. He's just going to keep on winning.
So what do you think about the match?
Man U, Brighton, Man U straight win.
Man U straight win. Yes, Man U straight win. Or you want with goals.
They are on a force right now.
Over 1.5 goals. 2.5, yeah?
Man U straight win. I just go with Man U straight win.
So the next match is Huddersfield versus Manchester City.
Huddersfield, Manchester City. Huddersfield has parted ways with their manager, David Wagner. They said it's on mutual consent. But we know in the world right now, anytime you hear mutual consent, you know the coach is being sacked.
Exactly.
But they use the word mutual consent. But that's not the issue. The issue is Man City has been scoring goals and Huddersfield has been shipping in goals. Huddersfield start their games, most times they are leading. And then the next thing they collect red card and end up losing the match.
Exactly.
Whether they have 11 or 12 players in this match, Man City is going to find a way to beat them, and Man City is going to beat them well.
So you're saying Man City straight win and many
Man
goals?
Man City straight win and a lot of goals. Man City straight win and over 2.5. Man City scored 7 goals, 9 goals, 4 goals. They just keep on scoring. They don't know how to stop scoring, and the intensity of actually they score is what Man City scores, and then they keep on playing.
So you've heard it, Man City straight win and a lot of goals. Then the last match for
about 3.5.
Okay. Yes. Now you go play the match.
Bros.
Now you go play the match. Okay, so the last match we'll be looking at is Fulham versus Tottenham.
Fulham versus Tottenham. Okay, Fulham are trying to leave the relegation zone right now, but it's pretty difficult. Once you're down, you just keep on losing. That's how it's like the law of nature. Once you're down, you almost remain down. And
so the rich gets richer, the poor
exactly, the rich get richer, the poor get poor, something like that. That's what's going on with. Though they brought in former Liverpool player Ryan Babel to try and reinforce the attack. But still, it is Tottenham we're talking about here. But the problem I have with this match is Harry Kane is injured. He has knee injury, and Son, their Asian player, so to say, the South Korean, has gone out for the Asian Games.
What's your take on the match? What is your take on the match?
It's going to be difficult because Tottenham, with or without the striker, everybody scores. You have Eriksen scoring, Dele Alli scoring, Lucas Moura scoring. Lucas Moura too he has a slight knock, and so. At the end of
what is your take, Kofo?
My take on the match, okay. I would say Tottenham would still win or 2x.
Good. Tottenham win or draw. Win or draw.
Yes.
I would say over 1.5 goals. And with that, we wrap up the Premier League for this weekend. So we'll be looking at the English Championship now, and the first game we're looking at is Norwich versus Birmingham.
Norwich versus Birmingham. The thing about this match is there will be goals. Because Birmingham always find a way to score. Birmingham always score week in, week out. And Norwich is the team that scores too. Remember, Norwich they were top of the table, but now they've dropped to second. Leeds has overtaken them. But, okay, so this match, let me just say go over 2.5. Or if you want to be safe, 1.5 goals.
Goal or over 2.5.
Or over 2.5.
Or not and.
Yeah, sorry,
so I'll go with
over 2.5.
But I'll stick with 1.5 goals.
1.5 goals if you want to be safe.
And then the second match is Aston Villa versus Hull City.
Aston Villa is, I'm confused with them right now this season. They're playing hot and cold. So I'll just say 1.5 goals.
1.5 goals.
Yes.
And the last one for championship is Derby versus Reading, yeah? Reading.
Lampard is performing wonders in Derby County. He came and then he's just doing things that are impossible. It's Man U in the FA Cup. Now he has beaten Southampton on penalty shootouts in the FA Cup. So, and they're at home and they're trying to come back to the Premier League. He's trying to bring them back to the Premier League. So I say Derby County win either half or 1x.
Exactly. I was going to say Derby County win either half. So that's it for Championship. Then we'll go
straight to the
League One.
League
One we
still
have.
England, still in England.
Yes, we have Scunthorpe versus Sunderland.
Scunthorpe versus Sunderland. This Scunthorpe is a team that wins. They always find a way to win, but Sunderland is a big team. So and Sunderland is trying to come back to the Championship, and so by further coming back to the Premier League. But so I'll just say, bros, the match now goes good. Sunderland will score. So Scunthorpe will score. So 1.5 goals.
So 1.5 goals, and I'll see me for talk too. 1.5 goals for that one. Then the next one is Oxford versus Portsmouth. Portsmouth, the leaders, the table leaders.
They are the table leaders. Obviously, they're coming back to the Championship. But the thing about them is they win this league and they lose next week. So they confuse me a lot. You cannot tend to stick to a particular thing about Portsmouth. The bottom line is they're going to win. They are going to win their league. They're going to win the league when I come back to the Championship. So I don't want to tilt towards a straight way for them or win it half. So I'll just say 1.5 goals too.
1.5 goals. Okay. I was saying X2 as in Portsmouth win or draw.
X2 is dangerous.
Win
Portsmouth
or draw.
away has been terrible this season.
Very bad, yeah?
Yeah, they've been bad away this season.
Well, dangerous is good. X2. Even though the odds might not be so good, but 1.5 goals, you heard it.
Yeah.
1.5 goals. So with that, we're wrapping up with the English League One. Then we'll be going straight to Holland. In Holland, we have a couple of matches to look at.
Holland called the Eredivisie.
Eredivisie, yes, that's the first division. We have AZ Alkmaar versus Utrecht.
AZ Alkmaar versus Utrecht. AZ Alkmaar used to be a wonderful, wonderful team. They used to score goals at plenty, but this season they found it difficult scoring goals. I would have said go over 2.5, go all over 2.5, but I'd rather tilt towards 1.5 goals.
1.5 goals,
because
yes.
they always score in Holland. Holland, they score a lot of goals, both their Championship and their League One.
Holland, now goals, they use
goals,
plenty. Goals. So you heard it's 1.5 or goal or over 2.5. As your mind carry you, follow on. Then the next match we're looking at is Ajax versus Heerenveen, yeah?
Yes, Ajax Heerenveen. Ajax has been following PSV bumper to bumper this season. If PSV slips in one match, they just lose or draw. Ajax is going to meet them on the table and they're going to surpass them because they scored more goals than PSV this season. So they are both winning, they are both scoring. So the thing is, and Heerenveen is the team that scores. Heerenveen always finds a way to score too. So that match is both teams to score and over 2.5. Go and over 2.5. Or to be safe, just play over 2.5 goals.
Over 2.5 goals.
So we go straight to the Eredivisie, the Holland League. And we start with AZ Alkmaar Utrecht.
AZ Alkmaar Utrecht, yes. What do you think?
AZ used to be a team that scores a lot of goals before. They used to score goals at plenty, but this season they found it really difficult scoring goals. I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know if it's a change of system, it's a change of players. I'll have tilted towards go over 2.5 for this match, but like I said, AZ has found goals difficult. So I'll just, to be safe, 1.5 goals.
So over 1.5 or goal or over 2.5.
Yes.
As case then the next match we'll be looking at is Ajax versus Heerenveen.
Yes, Ajax Heerenveen. Ajax has been following PSV bumper to bumper this season. They are so close. They are first and second. PSV is first, Ajax is second. But Ajax is on 46 points, PSV is on 48 points. So any slip up from PSV, Ajax takes over. And so Ajax have been winning every match. PSV have been winning every match. It's crazy in that league. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who wants to sleep up. I don't know who wants to. So my point is, there's going to be a lot of goals in this match. But Ajax will score, and Heerenveen is going to score. So I say go and over 2.5.
Go and over 2.5.
Or just play over 2.5 goals.
Okay, or over 2.5 goals.
Yes, over 2.5
so that's it for that match. Then the next one we're looking at is Emmen versus PSV.
Emmen versus PSV, like I said, I just talked about Ajax and PSV now. They are both of them is like Messi and Ronaldo. The way Ronaldo motivates Messi to score more goals, Messi motivates Ronaldo to score more goals, vice versa. So the more PSV wins, the more Ajax wins. So Ajax is still going to find a way to win this match. So I would just say go over 2.5. Over 2.5 goals in this one as well.
Okay, over 2.5 goals. Go over 2.5 as the case may be. Then we're looking at PEC Zwolle versus Feyenoord.
PEC Zwolle versus Feyenoord. Feyenoord is playing away from home, and Feyenoord is not the team we used to know. When they won the league some few years ago, they are quite different. Now you have Robin van Persie. They're back from the Premier League after playing with Arsenal and Manchester United over at Feyenoord, and he has said this is his final season as a footballer. He's retiring after this season. So the thing is, Feyenoord blows hot and cold. So I'll just stick with over 1.5 goals.
Over 1.5, I was going to say that, over 1.5 goals. So that will be it for Holland. Then we'll be going straight into Spain. Spain, there are some big matches this weekend. We have Real Madrid versus Sevilla.
This one is a huge match. Huge match. We have Luis Muriel has left Sevilla, but you still have great strikers there. You have Sarabia, you have a couple of other ones there. You have Yesam Webda.
Yeah.
Real Madrid has injury crisis though. Benzema, their main striker, and
Benzema.
I would say their only striker this season, got injured. But so he's not going to play this match.
Yeah.
Still, with or without that, Madrid will always be Galacticos. They will always be the
So
Galacticos.
you're
They'll
saying,
be
what do you
white.
say for the
But
match?
Madrid, as much as they score, they've been conceding goals this season. So Sevilla is a big team. Sevilla is still going to score in this match. So I said go or over 2.5, or go and over 2.5, or just strictly go. Just say go this match.
Well, I'll go for 1.5.
Okay,
1.5 goals.
Okay.
And then we have Huesca versus Atletico Madrid.
Atletico Madrid, in their last match, the Copa del Rey, they were dumped out of the Copa del Rey. They drew 3-3. They were leading 3-2 at some points.
Yes.
But Girona came back and hurt them. And so the match ended 4-4 on aggregates, but they lost on the away goal rule. So they're going to be hurt. They're going to want to appease their fans for being dumped out so early in the Copa del Rey. So I would still towards an Atletico Madrid win. But the problem with this is Huesca are at the bottom of the table, and they are playing like a team that has nothing to lose.
Yes,
their last match, they beat Real Betis. Real Betis that is on fire and on top from this season. They beat Real Betis 2-1. Nobody saw it coming. Real Betis took the lead, funny enough.
Yes.
So the thing about this match is,
So what do you think about the match?
I'll tilt towards a 2x and under 4.5.
2x under 4.5. I wouldn't say 2x, but 2x under 4.5 because
2x is
they
no
don't
odd
really
because it's
score goals
1.28,
like that.
So 2x under 1.5.
So the next match we're looking at is Real Betis versus Girona.
Real Betis versus Girona. The thing about Real Betis is they're a very good team. They have lovely players. They have William Carvalho in the midfield. They have Lo Celso, the guy from loan from PSG.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny thing is, as good as they are and as wonderful as they play, they don't have a top 9. They don't have a good 9 to finish everything they start with.
Okay.
That is one. Their coach seems to always tweak it. So I'll just say both teams. Girona always find a way to score. So I'll just
Yes,
say
Girona
1.5 goals.
always
1.5 goals.
Me, I'll just say away over 0.5.
Yeah, away 0.5.
Away to
Girona
score.
always scores.
Away to score, that's what I'll just say for that match. Then we have the last match we're looking at for the La Liga is FC Barcelona. My club. FC Barcelona. FC Barca. Versus
Leganes. Okay, the thing about this match is there's no default. There's no talk. Straight to Barcelona.
Straight to
Or over
Barcelona.
2.5.
Or over 2.5.
No, no talk. No,
And with that, we wrap
wrap up
the
for
La
Spain.
Liga for
Yes, La
Spain.
Liga.
So now we'll look at the games in Italy. The Italia, yeah?
This Serie A.
The Serie A. So we have the first match we're looking at is Roma versus Torino.
This match is a derby. Do not forget that. So anything can happen in this match. But Roma always finds a way to win all these matches. But it's pretty tricky. Anybody wins this match. Today Roma wins it. Tomorrow Torino wins it. It's a very tricky match. A very dicey
tricky
match.
one, yeah.
I would not. I would even run away from this match if you ask me.
Thank you. Run away
I
from
would
it.
run away from this
If
match.
you must play it, if you can work
Because
with...
they've not even been using Edin Dzeko. They've been using Patrick Schick, the young Czech striker.
Yes.
So I'll run away from this match.
Please run. Run as fast as you like.
So
can carry you or...
let's go.
Or anything you might tell me to do.
We'll go
In the next match we're looking at is Inter Milan versus Sassuolo.
In their last 6 matches,
Sassuolo.
Sassuolo has won the last 5 out of the 6. So this match is really tricky. But that was the old Inter Milan. This is an Inter Milan that was taken over by Luciano Spalletti, the former Roma coach. So it's going to be it's a different ball game. But Sassuolo always scores in their match. Whoever they're playing Juventus, they're playing Roma. They find a way to score. But we know Inter Milan, they grind out results. So I'll just tilt towards more of 1x under 4.5 for this one.
1x under 4.5. Me, I'll say Inter Milan to win either half. Any of the half.
Yeah.
So the next match we're looking at is Napoli versus Lazio.
Napoli versus Lazio. This is they call this one the eternal derby or derby eternal. Trust me, it's another tricky match. It's a derby, like I said. Napoli Lazio. It's a wonderful match. You have lovely players. You have Dries Mertens. You have Callejon. You have Insigne. You have Amsic. There are lovely players on both sides of the team. So I would tilt towards more of go over 2.5 or over 8.5 corners.
Over 8.5 corners.
They always attack themselves end to end stuff.
Or go or over 2.5.
Yes.
So the next one we're looking at is Fiorentina versus Sampdoria.
Fiorentina versus Sampdoria. I'm going to make you laugh with this. I say over 1.5 yellow cards for Fiorentina.
Over 1.5 yellow cards.
This is another thing you should find out in the Italian Serie A. They always tend to receive a lot of yellow cards.
So for Fiorentina alone, yeah?
Yes, so you can pick for either side. Fiorentina alone over 1.5 corners, Sampdoria alone over 1.5 corners.
Corner or yellow cards?
1.5 yellow cards.
You heard it.
Cards. Yes.
You heard it. I don't know what I'm going to say for that one, but I could say Sampdoria to score.
Even Juventus Chievo, which is the last match you're going to be looking at, you can still go for over 1.5 yellow cards because each match, each team collects at least 2 yellow cards in the Serie A. they always tend to foul themselves. You know, it's a very physical league.
So you're saying the next, that's what you're looking at is Juventus versus
Juventus
Chivas. So you're saying
so that one is straight win for Juventus. Make a move. Man, now
straight
that
win
one
for Juventus. I was going to say that. I see you want to talk
Straight
about
win
that
for
now. Yeah.
Juventus.
Me,
Win,
divine knock
straight
enter your
win,
head.
straight win and under 4.5.
Yes.
Makes the odd go up.
Yes, if you want more odds, straight win Juventus and
And
under
under
4.5.
They always
And
tend
that's
to
it
knock someone
for Italy.
Yes,
so we're going straight to Germany,
the
the
Bundesliga.
Bundesliga. And the first match we're looking at is Bayer Leverkusen versus Mönchengladbach.
Mönchengladbach. This one, you know the German league now. They always score. They score themselves a lot. So, but Leverkusen hasn't been themselves this season. So I just say 1.5 goals over 1.5.
Over 1.5 goals. Over 1.5 goals works actually. Then the last one is Leipzig versus Dortmund.
My problem with this match is Leipzig is a very, very funny team. They had,
So what do you
they
think?
had,
What
they
do you
had
think?
wait now. They had Ademola Lookman before, but now he has left, and they've been pretty funny this season. So I'll just say over 1.5 goals.
Over 1.5, so that's what I'm going to say. So with that, we wrap up with the Bundesliga. So now we're heading straight to France, the France League One. And the first match we'll be looking at is PSG versus Guingamp.
The problem with this match, well, I say it's a problem. The last time out, Guingamp defeated PSG in the Coupe de la Ligue. They made them not defend their title. So this would be like a revenge match. PSG is going to be going all out. They are going to want to defeat them in this match. But still, I would still tilt towards 0.25 goals. Yeah, over 2.5
Over 2.5 goals.
Yeah, so
over 2.5 goals, you say.
match.
I'm
Straight
thinking to
win
be more
over
risky,
2.5.
straight win and
Straight win
over
and
1.5 for me.
Okay.
Straight win and over 1.5 for me. Then the next
Monaco.
match we're looking at is Monaco versus Strasbourg.
Yes, Monaco versus Strasbourg. You know, the Prince of Monaco is now the coach of Monaco. That's Thierry Henry. And he has brought in some new players. He's brought in Naldo, he brought in Fabregas. They still have Golovin and a couple of other players. Don't forget Radamel Falcao.
Yep.
Falcao, the
Falcao.
once hot prospect in Europe, the Colombian international. But this is Strasbourg they're playing, and Monaco has the worst. This is their worst home record so far in season. They have the worst record right now in their history. So I would either choose towards you not playing this match, or I'll just play 1.5 goals.
Oh well, for me I would say Monaco home, win or draw. 1x. For me, that's what
Like
I
I
would say.
said, they have their worst home
Or
record.
you run away
So,
from the match. Then the next one we're looking at is Saint-Etienne versus Lyon.
Saint-Etienne versus Lyon. This match, both teams always score. They always find a way to score. So this match is go. Yes.
Go. I would say 1.5, even though it might be so small, but 1.5 is
This
okay.
match go. They always score themselves.
Then for the French League One, the last match we'll be looking at is Bordeaux versus Dijon.
Bordeaux versus Dijon. Dijon has a new coach. They sacked their former coach at them. They just got a new coach. The former PSG coach who coached them between 2011 to 2013, that's Kombore, has taken over at Dijon. But Bordeaux is at home, and obviously they would not lose. They have this great home form. They tend to win or draw at home.
Yeah.
So I say Bordeaux win or draw.
So Bordeaux win or draw, I'll say the same thing, Bordeaux win or draw, or just Bordeaux to score a goal. At least so you'll be safer if you want to be safe. And with this, I guess is a wrap for us for today. For this weekend, we've looked at all the matches and all the major leagues. The ones we selected actually.
Yes, the selected matches from the major leagues in Europe.
So now from your boy Emeka Darlington and
Kofrola Kimbote. Like I always say, what we do, we know. And what we know, we do.
So see you next time on Game On Naija. Peace out.